Hello everyone, good morning to one and all. I myself, Mrs. Neha Prakash Shetty here from Sivri Crossroad welcomes you in online statewide lectures of BMC. So as if we have seen in yesterday's lecture that we have started our very first chapter of your maths part 2, that is geometry, and that first chapter's name is basic concept in geometry, in which yesterday we have learned about how we are going to find the coordinate of each of the point which is given to you, and how we are going to find out the distance between the 2 points, and also we have find which number or which letter will come in between the two numbers. Okay, if three letters are given to you, such suppose ABC are collinear, so which will come in middle, or which will be the midpoint, or which will come in the center of both the two letters, that we are going to find out in between this. That condition we have seen, and afterwards we have seen the practice set 1.1. Today we are going to learn about the next concept in geometry, and that is line, segment, ray, line, and let us see one by one. So if you see your page number 6 of your textbook, it is clearly given that in previous years it was like the definition of line, or the definition of ray, or the definition of this line AB was different. They were different, and there was no relation between this line definition and other definitions. So here they have joined a connection between this geometry and the algebra. Now, if you have learned the first chapter of your algebra, that is set, in which you have learned the union, intersection, and different parts of that set. Okay, how we are going to find out the union, how you are going to find out the intersection, complement, and all that things. So using that set part, they have defined all the definitions of this segment, ray, and line, all these things. Okay, so what first line is given to you in the book mathematics part first of 9th standard, means in your part first of maths. Okay, we have learned union and intersection of sets. Okay, we have learned union and intersection of sets. Suppose A and B are two sets, then how we are finding union? It is written as A union B, and how we are finding intersection? That is, it is written like this: A intersection B. This we have already learned in your maths part first sets chapter, in the topic on sets. Now let us describe a segment, ray, line as set of points. Line, all the definitions what we have to learn according to the set of points. So yesterday only I have told you the definition of segment, or the line definition, how it is formed. Three definition, basic definitions were there. Yesterday we have seen that is, first is point, second is line, and third was plane. Now point means what? If I give any dot like this, and it does not have any area or anything, by using your pen or pencil, then it is called a point. And such multiple points, infinite points, if we join together in a straight line like this, okay, without any gap, like this, then they form a line. This is what they are saying, that is the union of the points. Union, all the points, if you get together, then it forms a union of all the points. So union means what? We collect all the values. Union means what? We collect all the values. हमें कुछ भी छोड़ना नहीं. We don't leave anything. We collect all the things from this part also, and we form a complete set. Okay, intersection means what? Only the common part is there. Whatever the common part in between A and B is there, only that part we take in intersection. But what about union? We take all the values, all the points, all the things, and we unite them, and they form the union of sets. Okay, that form the union of sets. So that is what the define, all the definitions are defined here using the set theory. Okay, so what is the first definition? First definition is of line segment. So what was the previous definition of line segment? पहले definition क्या थी? That it has two endpoints and it can be measured by using scale or any other measurement instrument. So this was the definition of line, that it has two endpoints and it can be measured. Okay, but this definition according to the set theory, this definition is according to set theory. Okay, they have defined it properly. So what is the definition? The union of set of point A, comma, point B and points between A and B. देखो union of what? Point A, comma दिया है, मतलब point A is different and point B, this point, and union of all points in between them. Okay, this is point A, this is point B, point A हो गया, point B हो गया, and union of all the points in between them. All the points, ये उनके बीच में जो भी points है, or whatever the all points are there, their union. Okay, all the points union and point A and B, this forms the segment. This forms the segment. It consists of point A, it consists of point B, and all the union of all the points which lies between A and B. And one more thing, it is important here that this is in the straight line. This don't go like this. All the union of the points don't go like this or this. Not like this. They go in a straight line. They go in a straight line. So that is what your segment. Also, what is given to us? Segment AB is written as segment AB, like this. It is written as SEGAB. Segment short form SEGAB. Okay, means segment BA. Okay, and also segment AB is equal to segment BA. Calculate from A to B or B to A, doesn't matter, whatever it is. So that calculation is one and the same, as if I have told you yesterday. In yesterday's example, what I have told you, that suppose if I am going from Mumbai to Nashik or Nashik to Mumbai, the distance is same. There is no difference between the distance. So either you go from A to B or B to A. The distance of the segment line or whatever the value is there, that will be same. There is no change in between AB or B. A and B are called the end points. Okay, here A and B are called the end points, right? Because afterwards, after A and after B, there is no point calculated in this segment. That's why A and B are what the end points of this segment. Okay, the distance between these two end points is called the length of the segment. The distance, whatever the distance covered by A and B point, that is called length of that segment. Oh, okay, length of the segment, and which is written by L of AB. Length of the segment, which is written as L of AB. So this is the definition of segment. How the definition of segment is defined here. It is the union of point A, point B, and union of all the points in between there. उनके बीच में, whatever the points in between they lies, point A and B, all the points, collection of all the points is what your line segment. Okay, it is written as segment AB, or you can write like this also, segment BA also. Here A and B are what your end points, and the distance covered by these 2 points and the union of these all the points in between there, that distance is called length of segment, and which is written as L of AB. L of AB. Okay. So suppose if the distance of this between A and B is 10 centimeter, so length of AB, how much it will become? It will become 10 centimeter. So how you are going to write that down? L of AB is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay. Now we will come to the second definition, and that is ray AB. What is ray AB? In previous definitions, we have seen that it is having only one endpoint. and the other point goes infinite ways. The other point goes to the infinite ways. Now here, if you compare the definition of segment and ray, here in segment we are having two endpoints, but in ray we have only one endpoint. Okay, so that was the previous definition. For example, if you can take a torch or a light, so torch is what here? Point, initial point, or you can say the end point. Okay, it is one and the same thing because it is having only one end point. Either if you are considering the torch, then it goes initial point. So rays pass through that torch to the infinite ways. कहाँ जाता है हमें पता नहीं. We don't know about that. So it goes to the infinite ways. So that is what a ray, that it is having a one end point and other goes to the infinity. We cannot measure it. Okay, because it goes to the infinity, we cannot measure it. But what is the definition given to you in the textbook? This definition, what I have told you, that was in the previous years. Now, what is the definition of ray according to your textbook? And that is, suppose A and B are two distinct points. The union or set of all points on segment AB and the point P such that A, B, P is called ray A. Okay, here they have considered a point A. Okay, here they have considered the point B, and here they have considered the point P. We have collection of all the points between A, B, and in between them, and one point is there outside B, such that this A dash B dash P means what? This A, B, P is collinear, and where the P is, we don't know. Where that P is, we don't know. We know only the segment AB. मतलब यहाँ पे A है, here is B, all the collection of points between A and B, and there is a point P outside B such that A dash B dash P means what? They are collinear in such a manner that where this P lies, we don't know. So it goes in the infinity way. Okay, so that is what called a ray AB. So that is what called a ray AB. It has having only one end point. End point is only one, or you can say it as initial point also. It is called as initial point also because it starts the ray. So you can say either initial point or the end point. It is one and the same. Okay, understood? So this is what the definition of ray, that it goes from here is set point, it is collection of point AB and the union of all the points in between there, and there is a point P outside B such that A dash B dash P, and where the P lies, we don't know. So that's why that ray goes in infinite direction. This ray goes in infinite direction. We don't know where it stops. Okay, तो यहाँ पे P हो सकता है, यहाँ पे P हो सकता है, यहाँ पे P हो सकता है. Wherever it is, we don't know where the P is. Only we know that this line is collinear. Means these 3 points are collinear. That is A, P, A, B, and P. These 3 points are collinear, and we don't know the position of P. Okay, so this was the definition of ray. Now third, the definition of line. What is the definition of line? The union of set of points on ray AB and opposite ray of ray AB is called the line. Now definition line के पहले क्या थी? The line की definition क्या थी? Line has no endpoints and it goes infinite in both the direction. ये जो line है, whatever the line is given to you, it has no endpoints. As if we have seen here in segment that there are 2 endpoints, or we seen in ray that there is 1 endpoint. But in line, we don't have any endpoint. It goes infinite in both the direction, and we cannot measure it because it is infinite, so we cannot measure it. This was the definition of line AB. But what is the definition now? It is ray AB. Okay. Ray here AB is there. Collection of all the points between AB and ray AB and opposite direction, and its opposite direction. मतलब यहाँ से if we go away in opposite direction, and the collection of all these points is what your line AB. The collection of all these points is what your line AB. And everywhere if line is considered or line is same, then you have to remember that it is a straight line. Always it is a straight line. Now line can be denoted by two alphabets like this AB. Or if you don't have to write like this AB alphabet, then you can simply write it as single L, which is small. So single LB represent any small line. Okay, any line. If we draw here and we can label them like this by a small letter. Don't have, not all the time we need two capital letters to represent the line. By using one small letter also we can say that it is a line. So PQ is also a line, L is also a line, M is also a line. Now see here, they don't have the end points. मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा है, but यहाँ पे end points नहीं होते हैं. Okay, only the line name is given like this. Okay. Fourth one, that is congruent segment. Next we will see that is congruent segment. What is congruent? Congruence we have seen by revision. Congruence means ideal, same or equivalent. So congruent means जो same है, identical है. If you put one on another, then we will get the same thing. Okay. So I have these two sketch pens. So I have these two pens. So these two are identical because have what? If I put both them on one another, then they are what? Identical. They are same. There is no change or no difference in between them. They are what? Identical things. So this is what? Congruent. If I put another thing on first thing, then I get the same one. Congruence. Congruent segment. Congruent segment. This is segment. Okay. Segment is what? Which is having two endpoints. P and Q. Okay. Let us suppose PQ or let us suppose AB, CD, whatever it is. If the length of two segments is equal, then the two segments are congruent. Dono segments, if the length is same, this is 10 centimeter, this is also 10 centimeter, then we will say that both the segments are congruent. And how it is written? How it is written? Segment AB, this is the congruent sign with segment PQ. Or we can say length of AB is equal to length of PQ. Okay. Now see the difference. Whenever we are calculating length is equal to sign will come. And if we are saying about the segment, then congruent sign will come. Congruent sign here is equal to sign don't come. Like this it doesn't happen. Segments are not equal. They are congruent. And lengths are equal. They are not congruent. यहाँ पे ये lengths congruent नहीं होती, lengths equal होती है और segments congruent होते हैं. Both having same value. There is no change between them. They both are same. But while calculating segment, you have to write congruent sign. And while writing length, you have to write equal to sign. So that is what the congruent segment. If two lines are having equal value, then they are called congruent segment. Fifth, properties of congruent segment. Now, what are the properties of congruent segment? Now there are three properties of congruent segment. First is reflexivity. Okay. Second is symmetry. And third is, I guess, transitivity. Yes. Transitivity. Okay. We will see one by one. First is reflexivity. What do you mean by reflexivity? That if a segment is there, it is congruent with itself. Okay. Let us consider this example only. that is segment AB is there, then that segment AB is congruent with itself. That is what we are reflexivity means. Segment AB is congruent with segment AB. Each and every segment, each and every line, okay, it is what each and every segment is what congruent with itself. कोई भी line लो, कोई भी segment लो, whichever segment you have to take, you can take. It is what? It is congruent with each with itself. If we put AB, we copy it AB and again put on itself. It is what? Again same. So that is what the first property of congruent segment. Second is symmetry. Symmetry means what? If segment AB is congruent to CD, then CD is congruent to AB. Again, if I draw here one more segment, that is CD, then if I say if segment AB is congruent to segment CD, segment AB is congruent to CD, then CD is congruent to AB. One and the same thing is there. Segment CD is congruent to segment AB. Like this. Okay. AB congruent to CD means what? CD congruent to AB. One and the same thing. And the third one is of three segments. That if segment AB is congruent to segment CD, segment CD, and segment CD is congruent to segment PQ, then segment AB is congruent to segment P. Then segment AB is congruent to segment P. Three segment ले लिया. Three segments I have taken here. Okay, AB, CD, and PQ. Like this, three segments are there. AB is congruent to CD, CD is congruent to PQ. Then AB will congruent to PQ. So this is what the transitivity. If then what will happen? Okay, if segment AB is congruent to CD and segment CD is congruent to segment PQ, then segment AB is congruent to segment PQ. This is the third property of congruent segments. First is reflexivity, that whatever the AB segment is there, it is congruent with itself, then it is called as reflexivity property. Second, what? If AB is congruent with CD, then CD is also congruent with AB. That is what your symmetry property. Now, third was AB is congruent with CD, CD is congruent with PQ, then AB will be congruent with PQ. So, like this, we are having the properties of congruent segments. Then, what is the next part? That is midpoint of a segment. What is the midpoint of a segment? Congruence हो गया. Now midpoint. We have seen already midpoint means what? If AB segment is there and which M is the midpoint of the segment AB, then it divides the segment into equal parts such as AM is equal to MB. AM is equal to MB. So this is what the midpoint of a segment. Point M is such that which divides the given segment in two equal parts such that AM is equal to MB. That is what the midpoint. Then we will say that M is the midpoint of the segment AB. Okay. Then we have comparison of segment. Okay. Comparison of segment. Comparison. These two segments are given to you. This is AB and this is CD. We have to compare these two segments. Which one is smaller, which one is greater? According to that, are they equal or not? Then by using comparison, you have to find out whether which one is smaller, greater or equal. So here clearly we can see that segment AB is smaller than segment C. So like this you have to compare which one is smaller. This is by observation method. ठीक है, हम देखेंगे तो हमें पता चल जाएगा ये this is small, this is big. So we can clearly write down segment AB is less than segment CD. But sometimes it happens like this. One segment is here and one segment is here. So it becomes very difficult to find out which one is smaller, which one is greater. A slight difference is there. So by using your scale, you can find the value here and here, or you can use your divider and check whether which is smaller or greater. मतलब एक line दी है 4.9 centimeter and second is 5 centimeter. Then it becomes very difficult to find out that which one is smaller and which one is greater. So for that you have to use your scale, or using divider you have to compare the given segments. Whatever the segments given to you, that you have to compare. Okay. Next is, after comparison we are having perpendicularity of segment or rays. Perpendicularity of segment or any suppose I take any two rays or any two lines segment. This is AB. Sorry, this is C and B. Two segments, when they form an angle of 90 degree between each other, then it is called as perpendicular. These two segments are there, AB and CD. They are such arranged that the angle in between these two lines is how much? That is 90 degree. And if the angle between them is 90 degree, then they are called as perpendicular. So not only a segment, if we take the line or ray, okay, if we extend these points like this, also this is a line, or if we put a ray from DC like this, or if we put a ray from here CD like this, ray or line or whatever you are going to take segment. So whenever two lines, segment or ray are perpendicular to each other, means what? They form an angle of 90 degree, then we can say that they are perpendicular on each other. They are perpendicular on each other. And the last is distance of a point from a line. Okay, the last is distance of a point. A point is given here, and a line is given here, or a segment is given here. Okay, AB. Then how we are going to find out the distance? The distance between the point and the line. So distance कहाँ से निकालते हैं हम? You have to put a straight perpendicular over the line. Straight perpendicular आपको वहाँ पे निकालनी पड़ेगी. Then only we are going to find out the distance of that point C to the line AB. Point C to the line AB. That distance will be the perpendicular distance. It will be of 90 degree. Then only it will be according to the distance of point from a line. It should be perpendicular. This C D is perpendicular over line AB. Segment CD is perpendicular over line AB. So CD is what the distance from the C point to the line AB. This, according to this, we are going to find out the distance of the point. Okay. So this were the few definitions of basic concepts of geometry, and on this related things we are going to start our practice set 1.2. So let us begin our first practice set 1.2, in which a table is given to you. See your page number 7. On page number 7, question number 1, a table is given to you where coordinates are given, values are given to you, and what you have to find out? You have to decide whether the pair of segments given below in the table are congruent or not. Okay, whatever the pairs are given to you, that are congruent or not. Now, if you see the points and the coordinates, then we can draw the number line. Okay, let us draw the number line. Now, from positive side, there is +9, and from negative side, it is -7. So, till 9 we have to go. So, here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and -7 and -6. Okay, question number 1. So what is the first? First segment is given. Segment DE and दूसरी segment कौन सी है? AB. Okay, segment DE and AB are congruent or not, that we have to find out. Now first let us plot the points. A कहाँ पे है? -3 पे है. Here it is A. B कहाँ पे है? 5 पे है. B is here. C is at 2. B is at -7 and E is at 9. E is at 9. Okay. Now we have to find DE. Where is D? This is D. Where is E? Here it is E. We have to find out the segment means what? We have to find out the distance. Now distance of DE. How we are going to find out? Coordinate of D. Where is the coordinate of D? It is -7. Where is the coordinate of E? That is 9. Now which is greater and which is smaller? 9 is greater, -7 is smaller. So 9 minus -7. Subtraction. Greater number minus smaller number. Smaller number is -7. So segment DE value कितनी आ गई? Segment DE is equal to, this becomes 9 plus 7. This becomes 16. So segment DE value how much? It is 16. Now we have to find out AB. Now this is AB. Clearly we can see that D and E is above. इन दोनों के बीच में difference बड़ा है and A and B is inside the DE. So the AB value will be lesser than DE. But we have to find it out. Okay. So distance between AB is equal to, again there is, what is the coordinate of A? That is -3. What is the coordinate of B? That is 5. Greater number 5, subtraction with smaller number, that is -3. So segment AB 5 plus 3. How much? 8. So what we will say, segment DE is congruent to segment AB. So here you are going to write down segment DE is congruent to segment A. Like this we are going to find out. Similarly, we will find out the second one. The second one is segment BC and segment AD. Segment BC and segment AD. Where is BC? Here is segment BC, greater number 5, smaller number 2. Where is AD? Here is AD. Smaller, greater number -3, smaller number -7. If you do the subtraction, you will get the value of segment BC is same. देखो यहाँ पे 1, 2, 3. 3 units will come. Similarly here, A and D na. No, 1 unit is extra. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is also not congruent. They are not congruent. Okay, sorry. This sign is of not congruence. Okay. Segment DE is not congruent to segment AB. Or you can write in words also. So here I have mistakenly drawn congruent sign. You have to write like this. Segment DE is not congruent with segment AB. Similarly, here also we have to find it out. For segment BC, what we have to find out? Distance between B and C. 5 minus 2, which is equal to 3. And distance between AD. A comma B. -7. Sorry, -3 minus -7. Right? -3 is smaller. -7 is greater. So -3 is greater and this is smaller. So greater number minus smaller number, -3 minus -7. So this will become -3 plus 7. So this will become 4. So again segment BC is not congruent. This is the sign of not congruent with segment A. Segment A. Like this, you have to find it out. You can find the third one. Similar way, you can find out the third one. Third क्या है? BE and AD. BE and AD. Now it will come same. See here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 units and AD we have already find out this is 4 units. So this is 4, this is 4. The third segment will come congruent. Third segment will come congruent. And then there you have to write down like this. Segment BE is congruent with segment AD. Okay. Like this you have to write down there. Segment B is congruent to segment AD. Okay. So this is your question number 1. Now we will see the question number 2. Question number 2 is very easy one. It is using your midpoint, and you know if midpoint is there, then what it do? It divides the given segment into equal parts. So it becomes very easy to solve the example. So what is given question? Point M is the midpoint of segment AB. Okay, segment AB is given, M is the midpoint. Okay, if AB is equal to 8, length of AB is equal to 8, then find the length of AM. Then what we have to find out? AM we have to find out. Clearly, if we see that the distance between A and B is how much? 8. M is midpoint, means what? It divides the given segment into equal parts, that is AM is equal to MB. And how AB is formed? It is addition of AM and MB. So MB की जगह पे अगर हम फिर से AM put up करेंगे तो we will get the value of AM. So write it down like this. M is midpoint of segment AB, right? Therefore, AM is equal to MB. Okay, you can say it as equation number 1. Also, AB is equal to 8. This is given to us. Okay, and how AB is formed? AB is formed by addition of AM plus MB, which is equal to 8. AB is formed by the addition of two different segments, that is AM and MB. But MB value is AM, so put it there. AM plus AM is equal to 8. AM plus AM twice AM, which is equal to 8. AM is equal to 8 upon 2. This 2 will divide there, and what we will get the value of AM? AM is equal to 4. So we get here the value of AM as 4. You can write down units, because unit is not given, whether it is centimeter, meter or what, that is not given to you, then you can write there meter units also. So in this way you have to solve the question number 2. Same we have to solve the question number 3 also. P is midpoint segment CD of segment CD. Okay. Third question क्या है? CD segment है. P again midpoint है. And what is given? 2.5. CP value 2.5 is given. CP की value क्या दी है? 2.5. And we have to find out the length of CD. Okay. CD find out the length. Again, how CD is formed? It is addition of CP plus PD. PD की value फिर से CP डाल दो, twice हो जाएगा. We will get the 2 into 2.5. So twice उनकी addition हो जाएगी, तो 2.5 plus 2.5 we will get the value of CD as 5 units. So in this way you are going to solve the third example also. So it is also very easy. You can try it at home. Fourth example. Okay, in fourth example we have to compare the segments. AB is 5 centimeter, BP is 2 centimeter, and AP is 3.4 centimeter. Again, there are 3 different segments, 5, 2, and 3.4. So you can clearly find out which is greater and which is smaller. Okay. 3 segments दिए हैं. We can find it out which is smaller, which is greater. 5 दिया है तो that will become bigger one. So that is what your question number 4. What is given to you? AB is equal to 5. BP is equal to 2 centimeter. And AP is equal to 3.4. AP 5 is greater, 3.4 is greater than 2. So AB is greater than BP. AP is greater than BP. Clearly we can see that 5 is greater than 2, 3.4 is greater than 2. So this will become the greater. Also AB is greater than AP. AB is greater than AP because 5 centimeter is greater than 3.4 centimeter. So AB will be greater than AP. Centimeter value is given. We have to directly write down the compare. We have to compare the segments. So by comparing, we will get like this. Then AB is greater than BP. AP is also greater than BP, and AB is also greater than AP because this is 5 centimeter. This is 3.4 centimeter. So like this, we are going to write it down directly. We will see the question number 5. In question number 5, there are multiple questions given to you by using one single diagram. Okay. TSRT. TSRPQ. Okay. This is a line given to us. Okay. Line is given to us in which different points are there. T, S, R, T, Q. This is given to you. Now we have to find out one by one all the values of the given question. First, write the name of the opposite ray of ray RP. If RP is a ray, okay, RP is a ray, we have to write its opposite ray. Opposite ray क्या आ सकता है? Either it will come RS or it will come RT. So first का आंसर क्या आ गया? रे RS or रे RT. That much is the answer. Okay. Ray RP is opposite ray. So यहाँ पे ray opposite which ray will be there? Either it will be RS or it will be RT. So both possibilities are there. So we write down all the answers. So भी possibilities है according to that we have written here. Okay. This was the first example. First question. What is second? Write the intersection set of ray PQ and ray RP. Write the PQ ray and RP. Okay. PQ ray and RP. PQ ray and RP. Now this is ray PQ. PQ means what? It is extending towards infinity. Ray is there, so there it will not end. And second is what? RP. RP is again up to this and after this also because it is extending continuously. Now what is intersection of these two rays? We have to find out intersection. Intersection means what? The common part, not the union. Union we add all the things, but we have to find only the intersection part. But if you see the intersection part, this much part is only common there. This much part is only common there. Next further is common, but from here it starts, and here it is what point? PQ. So the ray PQ is what? The intersection part. So second value is your ray PQ. Second value is what? Your ray PQ. Only this part is of the intersection of ray PQ and RP. Okay, RP और PQ के intersection में कितना है? Only ray PQ is what your intersection part. Third question. Write the union set of ray PQ and ray QR. PQ and ray QR. ray PQ and QR. Okay. This one ray and this is another. Okay, ray PQ and ray QR. You have to find out the union of all the set of ray. In दोनों का union. Both union means what? We have to combine all the ray. We have to combine all the ray. This ray is what? Never ending. It is extending continuously to the left side. And this ray is what? This ray is also continuing in the right side till the infinity. So this ray from here to here and this ray from P to there. It is completely extending. So if it is completely extending, if I join here, so this becomes what? Your complete line. Whatever the given line is there, that complete line is what here? The union. So पूरा line क्या हो गई? What will be the line? Line R. So this will be the line R. Third का answer क्या आ गया? Line R. The complete union between these two. Okay. So the value is line R. Fourth question. State the ray of which segment QR is subset. Okay, QR is subset. QR किसका subset है? It means we have to find out the QR is subset of which ray. That we have to find out. Okay. State the rays of which QR is subset. Now QR is subset of QS and QT. These are the biggest rays. ये ray हो गया QS and one is QT. These two rays are there. Which subset? Subset means what's a smaller part of the set. बराबर ना? So set, whatever the set is there, we find out a smaller part, that is called as subset. So this is subset of QS or QT. So fourth answer is ray QS and ray QT. Fourth answer is ray QS and ray QT. Also QR, because each subset is subset of itself. Each subset, this we have learned in set theory. Yes, you have set theory, you have seen that each subset is subset of itself. So QR is also a ray, QS is also a ray, QT is also a ray. So QS will come, QT will come, also ray QR. Also ray QR, it is also what? Subset of itself. That therefore this also will come in the answer. Ray QS, ray QT and ray QR, because QR is subset of itself. Okay. Fifth, write the pair of opposite rays with common end point R. With common end point R. Okay. We have to write down the opposite rays, pair of, right? Any two rays with write the pair of opposite. Pair लिखना है, opposite rays. So either if one is going here, end point should be this, and one should be going here. So first जो पास में वो लिख लेते हैं RP and RS. So first ray will become RP and ray RS. और एक लिखना है तो if from RQ and RT opposite. One if it is going on right side, then one it should go to the left side. So this is first pair. The second pair is ray RQ and ray RT. Like this also you can write, or you can take RP and RT. Like this also, or you can take RQ and RS. This is also a pair. Whatever the pair, end point should be R. The end point should be R. Okay. Fifth, next question, sixth one. Write any two rays with common end point S. Okay. Any two rays. We don't have to find out the pair of that point. We have to find out any two rays which is having common end point, that is S. So तो कोई भी रे ले सकते हैं. We can take SR, we can take ray ST, we can take ray SQ, SR, SP, ST, whatever ray, just S should be the end point. So any ray we can take here. And the last question, write the intersection set of ray SP and ST. Ray SP and ST. Intersection point we have to find out. We have ray here SP and we have ray here ST. Okay. Two different rays are there in opposite direction and we have to find out the intersection point. What is the intersection point? Only one intersection point is there and that is what your point S. Because it starts from the S here also and it starts from here S also. So S is only common because one goes in right side and other goes in left side. The directions are different of both the rays. The common point, we don't have multiple common points. We have only one common point or one intersection point. And that is what your point S. So 7th में क्या आएगा? Point S. This is the answer of all the questions given to you. Only point S. Okay. So in this way, we have completed question number 5. If you see question number 6, whatever the figure is given, according to that, we have to solve the following questions. So first question is state the points which are equidistant from point B. Whatever the number line is given to you. Here, if you see in the textbook, it is very easy. Whatever the number line is given to you, from that point B जो है वो find out करो from point B, which are the equidistance. If you see clearly from point B, C is at 4 and A is at 0. Means B की value 2 है, यहाँ पे 2 distance, यहाँ पे 2 distance. So C और A ये भी एक point आएगा. D और P ये भी एक point आएगा. These 2 points are what? Equidistance from each other. Second, write a pair of points equidistance from Q. Again the same thing. Q से equidistance पे कौन से point है? The points and coordinates are given to you. So according to that, you have to write it down. And the third is find the distance. Different values are given: UV, PC, VB, UL. That distance you have to find it out there. So that is very easy question. You can try it at home. Try to solve it. Whatever we have learned in last exercise, that only it is asked here. Okay. So here we have completed our practice set 1.2. So thank you very much, everyone. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. I have completed my lecture.